had a video come up on my recommended a few times, and it's a video that I think I have some history or knowledge of because I was around during this time, and it's a new perspective on a match I don't really know much about. This is the most intense match in esports history, which is Leffen versus Hbox. I remember this set. I'm curious as to what they have to say about it. Let's watch it together, shall we? I don't get how you can hate Puff. I mean, I do. I get it. But, like, moments like these, dude, do you want it to just be completely over 3 stocks to 1? This is tension, bro. Coney, you do not play the game. Let's not forget, I have a gold Donkey Kong on Slippy. Watch it. It is so weird to see these sets in these matches and to think, like, this was so long ago. And I know it's stupid. Time marches on. But, like, to me, this was, like, 5 years ago or something. 10 years ago? Wait, this is 2014? There are people in chat who were, like, 10 when this happened. I was 10 years old, and there they are right now. Yup. Oh, man. I was having a Walmart, and someone shouted behind me, "Hey, Hungrybox, turn around," because I thought it was a fan. Do proceed to flick me off and say, "Fuck you and your family, Hungrybox," and some other stuff. First time I've ever been harassed in public. Now, if this was not Hungrybox, I would call bullshit. Hungrybox was getting this level of hate at the time. He was. It was unbelievable. And as someone who, like, I actually really admired Hungrybox because, like, I was going to school, I had a job, I had a degree, and it was, like, really cool that this, like, top player could be doing this. However, there were so many tweets from back then during this time. There was a thing on 2014 and 2015 Twitter where Smashers were, like, starting to get notoriety or get noticed. And they would tweet out like, "Yo, just got recognized at the Best Buy and I got a free TV." And it was bullshit and everybody knew it. Boss, oh my God. So in case you guys didn't know, Boss was like an MDVA guy. But Boss every week would be like, "Yo, just got recognized at the Chipotle and I got free guac and queso. Yo, my Verizon guy just showed up and said, 'Are you Boss?' And he gave me free gigabit internet." Like, it was like weekly. He was getting free shit for winning Xanadu's. Like, I don't think Verizon people have the power to do that. It was weird. So, if it wasn't a Hungrybox, because I was around to see this level of hate, I do think this is probably true. However, it's also Hungrybox. There's a flip side to this coin, right? Yeah, the fact that they fought was...
Their story is one of 4 matches that gets progressively more intense.
Oh, it's 4 matches, yeah.
With the last one being the climax.
Yeah, that one was when the heat was all the way up.
At this point, Hungrybox is one of the 5 players that has been dominating competition.
I'm so sick of this 5 God shit. 5 Gods is over now. Nobody really talks about it anymore.
5 Gods of Melee.
It was a problem for a while.
Generally
I'm just glad people are talking about, like, the world that we live in now. People talk about Cody. People talk about Zane. The people who earned it and deserve it. For, like, a decade, it was only still 5 Gods, and now at least people are catching up.
However, Hungrybox's main, Jigglypuff, is one of the lightest characters in the game. And
yes,
Fox,
it's 3-7.
widely seen as the best character in the game, has multiple moves and combos that kill Jigglypuff at very low percent.
Wait, is this another Implement video? Wait a minute. Is this propaganda? By the way, I think that video's fine. I think a lot of people flame that video. I think it's fine.
This is the game.
I think it's fine to have an editorial like that. Implement videos why I'm here. Yeah, like, I think you need that kind of stuff. You need editorials. You need people presenting an argument.
And speaking of edge guards...
Damn, that clip's below? I didn't know you could pop fair there. That's crazy. You could tech that as Fox, though, right?
Right after taking the first game, Hungrybox jumps out of his chair. He's the type of player to wear his emotions on his sleeve. And in this case, however, the crowd doesn't necessarily take either player's side in this case, as Jigglypuff is generally seen as a boring character due to its slow playstyle.
Yeah.
What do you think about Jigglypuff? Yay.
And left.
I thought we all agreed not to use that clip anymore. We can't. There's a lot of things we don't use or talk about anymore that we kind of left in the past. Oh, he said yay. Oh, he likes Jigglypuff.
Playstyle.
Okay, yeah.
No bad blood between these competitors yet. Or at least, the bad blood was rather playful. At one of the biggest tournaments of the year, Apex 2014, the two would plan a salty sweet match.
Dude. This was the one. Okay. I've told this story before. So, I was behind the production setup here. I was, because, you know, I was friends with Gimmer, and I was behind the setup, and I'm just watching it happen. I'm like, wow, this is kind of cool. And I saw Mike Hayes pull out a vape pen, and he hit it, and he blew it into the air. And I had never seen one before. And I was like, oh, he's smoking weed. We're all gonna get kicked out. I just never seen a vape pen before. It was new technology. I thought he was smoking fat doinks in the back. Dude, you gotta understand, I'm like the dad of the scene now. I have to like make sure we're not getting kicked out. I was scanning my eyes for threats. We got kicked out of so many fucking hotels. Do you know how many times the fire alarm went off because somebody was hotboxing their hotel room? I'm trying to think of the crowd, dude.
Biggest tournaments of the year, Apex 2014, the two would plan a salty sweet match revolving the outcome of their Evo match. Although there wasn't much tension.
I didn't know.
Leffen, what are you gonna do to Hungrybox right now?
You already know.
You already know! Are you gonna take that Hungrybox?
That doesn't answer the question. Bro's like multiverses.
And he says he already know because same thing happened last time, so.
Scar, he's really trying. Dude, I was MC for a couple of these things, and it's so funny when, like, you have to manufacture the hype or the beef, and, like, the people cannot talk shit. I've had so many times where somebody's like, hey, get them to be exciting or talk shit and say something funny. And it's like, dude, they don't. Wait! Is that my boy? Takeover. Alan Bangura. A lot of you guys don't know Takeover. I love Takeover. He was an old Brawl player, Snake player that we met at a tournament. My favorite Takeover story... This shit is funny now. In hindsight, it was bad. We had a Brawl crew called FMB. And we were like a crew of people, and it was like crew battles, whatever. And it was me, TK, and a bunch of other people. Alan was in it, the Takeover, right? And TK had a purple or a red DS, I can't remember, and he couldn't find it anywhere. He lost it at a couple tournaments back, and somebody clearly stole it, and he couldn't find it, and he was trying to look for it. One day, at a tournament at my house, Alan is chilling in my room with a red or a purple DS or whatever it was. And TK comes into the room. He's like, is that my DS? And Alan is like, no, man, this is my cousin. And TK is like, yeah, what game are you playing? Oh, I got a flash card in it. What games do you have on the flash card? Let me check the game saves. Oh, so you're the only one with a red DS with Mega Man X2 and with Boomer Kawanger dead, huh? You're the only one who has Golden Sun and is up to Chapter 3? And TK was like, look, man, I already bought another one. If it, you know, just tell me the truth. And he was like, nah, it's not mine, bro. It's my cousin's. It's my cousin's. It was so funny. You're the only one playing Final Fantasy Tactics Advanced with a character named TK Breezy. Okay. Yeah, okay. I can't name my character. Maybe I admire you. Maybe you're a hero to me. It was very funny. You know, back in the it's old now. You can laugh about it, but it was very fucking funny. But, what was that? Did he DI up? He just... Oh, he teched. I thought he just stood up. He no-sold it. It's a tech, okay. This Salty Sweet got me into Melee. You can't really go back to the era of Salty Sweets. Now it just feels fake. People try to do it, but, like, in the era where, like, you know, there's... I don't know. It's different now. It's not the same. More on the line. More at stake.
Sweden.
Everybody wants that luminosity check, you know?
Unforeseen to many, Leffen would have his own rise to power.
He would. It felt inevitable, too. Like, when he was starting to come up, it was like, yeah, he's going to be very good very soon. And I'm not trying to say, like, oh, you know, I guessed it, because it wasn't just me. But, like, a lot of people have this air where it's like, yo, this guy's on the big come-up, but they never, like, break through that, like, tier 2, you know what I mean? But, like, Leffen was, like, it felt like he was going to keep going. And probably it was because of Armada. We saw Armada do it before, so we had the knowledge that, like, oh, these Swedish guys are fucked up.
Commit to anything.
God. Dude, this Game 5 shit is so tense. Especially in Melee where you just die. If AI could do one thing for us, I wish one day we could have a system wherein you could fight Prime Armada. Like the chess AIs. Exactly. I remember when Amiibos came out for Smash 4, I was like, wait. My thought was you could establish a business like... Mewtwo King could set up a shop, and you could send Mewtwo King your amiibo, and he would send it back, and it would be strong and teach you how to play the game. Stupid in 2014, but you get it, right? Like, you get the acorn is an idea there. Even today, there's only, like, 10 guys who beat 2015 Armada. Yeah, like, I think there's something fascinating to the idea of, like, plugging in every Armada set ever, running it through a data set and saying, hey, establish... Because, like, you know, Slippy has Philip, who's, like, the perfect fox, but it's not the same.
Hungrybox clearly was not holding back, as he had witnessed his fellow gods fall to Leffen.
Where are we here? Oh, Gommel. I was like, I don't recognize this building, but I never went to a Gommel.
Leffen would take a lead into this game and then extend it, bringing
Whenever
himself...
I watch Fox Puff, I'm like, where did Fox go? Huh? What I was saying is that whenever I watch this matchup, I don't understand how Fox ever loses. Like, I get it. Jigglypuff has a threat off stage, but she fucking dies to up throw up air at like 50. But you can SDI it. She dies to jab up smash at 60. And I know that's the Puff bias or whatever, but holy shit, man. He kills her. Fox dies at 10. He's at 70.
Leffen flipped an edge guard and stole a throne.
Oh, he got reversed. Can he not make it back? Oh, he used jumps down there. I was going to say, can he not rising? But
this wouldn't be the only reason spectators began to gradually turn against Hungrybox, as certain top players began to push a negative narrative about his rise to the top.
The Hungrybox thing is a delicate subject because there was a narrative about Puff killing the game. There was his, let's say, histrionic behavior, you know, on camera sometimes. But then there were also other things, like at tournaments, that I don't know the legitimacy of. I wasn't around, but there was other stuff in person. Everybody had an HBox story.
Leffen historically wasn't a fan of Jigglypuff in Melee, citing the character's slow playstyle
Oh, that's nice. The majority of them have been deleted.
as being against the spirit of the game.
Deep Leffen bot is so fucking funny. If you guys don't know, it's an AI that pushes out like Leffen tweets, but it's like it's old. It's not like new AI. It's like to the point where the writing is so good that even if it's not AI, it's even better. They were all tremendous.
Gradually, a narrative of Hungrybox's success being a threat to the health of the game began to be seen.
Is that really 6 years ago? Again, it feels like this is still happening, but I guess it's not. Oh, this is Omni. Omni with his drama era. Does Omni ever actually go to tournaments? Omni was fighting an uphill battle because he was trying to do the drama tuber thing, but like he was #1 in MDVA. He was a top brawl player in our region. He was trying to transition out of the top player era into like YouTube and trying to find the way. People hated him, for the drama tube stuff. And then he kind of got out of Smash drama and got into, like, bigger YouTube drama.
Attacks against Jigglypuff as a character would gradually turn into attacks against Hungrybox's skill as a player, which would then gradually turn into attacks against him.
Fuck this community. All you guys ever do is look for ways to give me shit over any tiny thing. All 12 years of me playing Melee has been full of it. I'm literally mocked by my peers. Yeah, he didn't deserve this. What a turnaround, though. It's funny that he was rejected by Melee largely, and now he's like the ultimate guy. I can't believe the crab saved him. Yeah, I don't know if the crab, like, did the crab do it? I don't know. Not to discredit, but he feels like the ultimate guy by default. He's running tournaments every week. I'm not strong enough for that. You could say, like, oh, he's only doing it because he's there by default, but he's putting in the work and he's putting the opportunity for players. Like, Sonics has had a salary because of HBox. You know what I'm saying? He's pumping money into the scene, which is good. Not gonna lie, if I get crabbed, I'm switching up too. Well, there's so many, like... People love a heel turn. Everybody was like, yo, is he going heel? Is he being mean? Like, there's so many times of that. And I think the crab thing, like, kind of opened people's eyes like, wow, this is fucked up. Where'd that guy get a crab anyway? Dude, we're in Maryland. Probably, like, down the road.
In 2017, Hungrybox would be approached at a Walmart in public. And
allegedly
harassed by someone who supposedly held a lot of these strong beliefs. What should have been a wake-up call for the community didn't serve as such, as the anti-HBox sentiment would only continue to grow.
Damn, I didn't know that this video was going to be so much about, like, the social aspect of the community. This is interesting, man. Because this is an era that I lived through, and, like, I remember vividly, and this was what it was. This guy's accurately recapping. This is a good movie.
As the night before Genesis, Leffen would go live on his Twitch channel, where he would spend most of the live stream talking bad about Hungrybox and Jigglypuff. Leffen would also invite a lower-ranked Jigglypuff player on stream to practice, and would encourage him to tell negative stories about Hungrybox, which would later be proven false.
Yeah, the first time I met him, I asked him for a best of $5, Puff did it, and when he found out that I was a Puff, he went his secondaries, and he takes my money, he walks away, and I was wearing the HBox shirt that he made, like the one with the cute. No! Yeah, and he says to me, nice shirt, and he leaves.
So apparently this was a lie, and this is why I said earlier, I couched what I was saying, in that, like, everybody had an HBox story, but a lot of them were played up, a lot of them were lies or whatever. It was kind of, he was the... If you wanted to make up a silly story, he was the guy you made it up about. And, like, Leffen didn't know this was fake here, by the way, just to be clear. Leffen did, not to say that he didn't tell the guy to tell stories or whatever. I'm not absolving him of anything. But, like, people just believed that shit, you know?
It was...
Are you? No, there's no way.
Hungrybox finally took the opportunity to speak out about Leffen's recent behavior.
It was the only reason I came to this tournament.
God, do they still do this? I feel like they don't do it anymore. They used to run pre-match like vignettes of players before they would play for the top 8 the next day. Why did we go backwards in Smash production, man? Players hated doing them. Players hate doing anything, man. I don't give a shit what the players want. Sometimes we need something for the viewer. You know what I'm saying? Like, Genesis and Big House still do them. Good. Okay. Good. To be clear, I also don't think anybody watches them beyond the day. It's not like something that lives on forever, like a Summit sketch or something. But it is something that I think builds stuff for the moment, you know? I'm perplexed at how little views Summit sketches get. Yeah, well, it's just because Smash is way smaller than people think. Competitive Smash, I should say. People think that they're these, like, big, high production, like, everybody watches it. It's not like that. Is this Frozen PS1?
Up smash and up air.
That shit looked frozen to me.
There is a clear difference in demeanor between games in this match versus their previous encounters. As in the past, between games, one of them might pop off or take a breather. However, between these games, both competitors stayed entirely locked in.
This is like years of animosity, too. Is Frozen PS2 like fully a thing in Melee tournaments now, or did that die like I hope it did? I don't know. There is a little bit of back and forth because they found a way to freeze Melee, and some people did not like that. And so when those people would sponsor the tournaments, you weren't supposed to do that. And then there was a push and pull between those people and the players. The players wanted it frozen. Those people said, hey, we're sponsoring this event. Let The Rock come up. Why wouldn't you want Frozen Stadium? To me personally, but I don't play the game, so it's stupid. I don't like changing the game at all. I'm not into that. I don't like changing. I don't like UCF. I don't like freezing the stages. I don't like, if it's your favorite game from 50 years ago, play the fucking game. Stop changing it. That said, I'm not a competitor. I'm a hater. Not liking UCF is kind of crazy. It's not that I don't like it. I shouldn't say that. It's more that, like, you should enjoy the game with it off, too. I feel like it's reasonable to be like, yeah, sometimes the game kind of sucks. It's just the fucking UCF is fixing hardware shit. Maybe the game sucks. Do you want to play with tripping still? Yes! Yes, it's in the game. Yes, don't turn off tripping. Yes. If you don't like it, the game sucks. Fine. Cool, the game sucks. It doesn't suck with UCF. Yeah, and it also doesn't suck when you have a box controller that's able to do inputs that humans couldn't do before. When we're all playing with our Neuralinks, that's the game in its purest form, right? It's just your brain going into the TV. Oh, that does suck. Oh, so that's different. So the technology is different when it's in a memory card, but when I put it on my lap, that's not allowed. Literally, yes. See, you can't. You're doing half measures here. You're doing half measures. You don't get it? All right, then I don't get it. I'm just telling you what I think. Coney, but ban Mennonite, though, right? That's different. No, the Mennonite thing is different. You want to know why? Because that's a whole character. You don't understand. That's a character, and it's very easy to just slot him out without affecting the game's code. UCF affects the game's code. You're going in and messing with the guts. You're doing brain surgery. Let's continue the video. You get it. You get it, right? You get it.
Leffen would show visible frustration after Game 3.
Oh.
But in this case, he would use that to his advantage going into Game 4.
Oh, hit
Game
the
4 would
theme
be
song.
played on Final Destination, a stage in favor of Fox in this matchup. And Leffen would be dominant.
I'm putting an extra tripwire over here.
Ha!
Wow.
I love that sound effect.
Throws on chicken.
Ha! I love the dud sounds when somebody's getting comboed by spacies. I tell this story all the time, but I think it's so funny. If you're ever at a major and a Falco is playing, go up to the speaker and wait for that Falco to hit a shine. That sound has so many more reverberations than you think. I did it by accident once, and Falco hit a shine on Yoshi's, and it went like... It, like, shakes you to your core.
The match had been rather back and forth, and Game 5 would determine who would win this mental war that had been playing out throughout this match and for the past months. The game, like many others, would start out even, with both players making minor mistakes potentially due to the stakes of the situation. Leffen would misinput a ledge dash and lose the first stock.
Ew.
The ledge
Look at how far he went.
dash and lose the first.
straight left. I would camp Leffen so hard here. How, though? On Puff? Just ledge, right? I mean, honestly, if I'm Hbox, I go ledge. If you made all those YouTube videos and you've been flaming me all this time, I think this is before ledge grab, right? Ledge grab limit. I mean, this makes him even more tilted, though, right? You're just beating him flat out.
Despite the weight of the moment, the game would transition into a battle of patience, with both players trying to push each other out of their comfort zone.
Yeah.
The game at this point would be
Magical
a battle of who could hold it together better.
Electric, yeah.
He's trading with
Hungrybox would soon fight back, and with their prides on the line, the game looked like it could go either way.
I think that's part of what I'm sad about is, like, I guess I didn't watch EVO because I was doing the watch party with Brawl Pro and the team. But, like, I feel like I guess I haven't been to a tournament. Is it still like this? But, like, it doesn't feel the same. It is to me when I attend. Okay. If it's the same, I don't want to be one of those guys that's like, oh, Smash is lame now. It's different. Like, the tournament experience still is phenomenal.
Game 5, Hungrybox winning.
Competitors are obliged to shake hands after any match, so Hungrybox walks
He stands up
over to Leffen's side of the stage to do so.
Oh.
However, Leffen would quickly get up and leave the stage, and Hungrybox didn't take that very lightly.
Hungrybox is a
Fantastic! I just remember seeing this, and his arms looked long as hell. Did I see an edit? Something about his arm, like, I remember his arm looking even bigger than this. I thought he wanted to give him a hug. He did not. It was like a what's up now. I'm here in the crowd, like, right there, and I'm like, ooh.
Hungrybox would take a semi-surprising loss to Plup, and move down into losers
Right,
finals.
that's the Plup
His competitor,
one.
though, would not be the one he would expect. Hbox would take a look back at his coach in an attempt to stabilize his nerves and maintain his confidence in his ability to win in the presence
they
of a
played
revitalized
again.
Leffen.
I actually completely forgot this set. Dude, that's so scary. Fighting again like that. The whole point of the videos that they played this match, I thought it was the other one. I forgot about this set. I can't believe I don't remember this set.
Leffen would
I
win
remember the
games
other
3 and
one.
4, the fourth being on Dreamland. Hungrybox would still choose to play the 5th game on that stage, however, and the final game would prove to be the most intense of all of theirs, as Leffen would try to ride his momentum from the past 2 games, while Hungrybox would try to slow down the pace by using the size of the stage to build his own momentum, which he did. By using
What the fuck
the size of the stage to build his own momentum,
is up with Jigglypuff forward smash?
which he did.
Hiya! Why is she so strong? Was he like holding down a try? Oh my god, worst DI imaginable. Was he trying to like tech the stage? It's almost as strong as Marth Tipper. What? Why is she so bad? I love Jigglypuff, bro. I fucking love Jigglypuff. Pat GDI type beat. Chat. Do you know about Pat GDI? You'll know it when you see it. There it is. Where was he going?
Taking the game to a 3-1 stock lead, this would now be Leffen's last stand. One stock stood between Hungrybox and him ultimately proving his will over Leffen. Either out of nerves or Leffen finding a second win, the match would find its way to its pinnacle.
People were cheering against him. I don't remember this. I actually don't know how this ends. All I know is Plup wins the tournament, right?
In this moment, if Leffen is able to turn around before up smashing Hungrybox, he will get a strong enough hitbox to get the kill and win. But he wouldn't get the turnaround.
Oh, he got the soccer kick.
Hungrybox's reaction after the game was one of relief, and once again Leffen would walk past him, rejecting the offer to shake his hand. This match would prove to be the pinnacle of the beef between these two players, and in my opinion, the intensity of beef in Smash Bros. As a whole.
That's kind of a fun gimmick there, transitioning from the fist bump into the raised hand.
Leffen would continue to play Melee, while finding success in other esports as well. However,
one of the comments on this video was, it's funny that Leffen is like complaining about Hungrybox and killing the game, playing defensive, and then he played like Happy Chaos. I always didn't understand, like, because the whole thing was like, there's this agreed upon thing in Melee, like, we could kill the game if we wanted. Everybody could play Jigglypuff and just win, but like, I don't think that's true.
their matches, their stories, All of those roped into it may one day be lost to time. But at the end of the day, they'll never forget what a rivalry in a fighting game made for children turned into.
That's a fun movie. That was pretty good. I actually had no idea how it ended. I think I missed one Genesis Finals to go to an Icons after party, I think. But I can't remember what year.